Hey everybody, I'm Lena. What I'm going to lead you through today is just a short, sweet practice for feeling into and hopefully freeing up your breathing. So let's get started sitting on a cushion of some sort. You could sit up on a firm pillow, or like a couch cushion could be good, or a bolster if you've got one. And just bring your hands to the sides of your ribs. We're going to just start with a little kind of baseline check-in, noticing the breath here. Throughout the whole practice today, I'll invite you to breathe through your nose if you're able to. You might have your eyes softly closed or just gazing softly in front of you. And start to broaden your breath out into your hands. See if you can feel your ribs moving beneath your hands. Spreading open as you inhale, and gently softening in and down as you exhale. You might next slide a hand onto the front of your diaphragm and your mid-back. And take a couple breaths, feeling your breath in the front and the back, if possible. You might not feel it in the back or not feel it very particularly. Just checking in. We'll do that same check-in at the end of our practice. For now, we're going to start to get the ribs moving. So you could bring your hands back onto the ribs and just start to circle them around. You might find that some areas of that circle are a little bit easier to move into. When I do this, I like to imagine that my ribs are spatulas and I'm inside a bowl of whipped cream. And I'm just trying to get every little fluffy bit of whipped cream off with the spatula so I can lick it and go the other way. And then go ahead and bring one hand out to the side, take your other arm up, and just reach as high as you can with your hand, stretching along that upper side of your ribs. You might even think of sending your breath up into the side of the ribs, into your armpit. Trying to breathe a little bit more expansively here. Good. Head on over to the other side when you're ready. Try to spread your ribs apart with the depth of your breath here. Let that second side go. We're going to come into a table pose next. So you could pad your knees with a blanket if you need to, and then come onto all fours. In this all fours position, let's move between the classic poses cat and cow with our breath. So the classic movement with breath is like this, rounding up as you exhale, dome your back towards the sky, and then open forward as you inhale. Rounding up on your exhale, wait for your inhale, and follow it forward. Try that twice more. Now pause next time you're in your cat pose. Hang out there. And take an inhale here. Breathe deeply down into your back. And then exhale to widen forward, look ahead. Cow pose. And rounding up again on the inhale. This version is more challenging for your diaphragm muscle. It's a better diaphragm workout. if you will. Try 2 more. Breathe slowly and try to breathe low into your body, down into the bottom of your ribs. Letting that go, just take your ribs around in some sways, some more circles, just inviting that whole area of the body to be more smooth and free. I'm really opposed to the name rib cage. We should think more of our ribs like a flexible, malleable basket. The ribs protect the heart and lungs, but they also allow for a great degree of movement in the lungs. Awesome. Sit back into your heels and just take a little check-in with your breath here. Notice how the sides of your ribs feel. Are they able to move out and in? And then take a hand to your front and back. See how that feels. Are you able to feel any movement into your backhand? Then we're going to move next into a pose that encourages breath in the back of the body. This could be very simple, laying just down on your front with maybe a blanket lengthwise underneath your torso, or you could be up a little bit higher on some cushions or a bolster. I'm going to show that option. So essentially just find a way to comfortably lie down on the front of your body. If you're up higher on a bolster or pillow, you might also have a little bit of support under your forehead. So I'm using a blanket for that. And just let your limbs stray towards the floor. And let's take 5 or 6 breaths deeply into the back of the ribs. Because the front of your body is contained by the floor or the cushion, more naturally your breath can start to expand into the back of the ribs. The back of the diaphragm might get a little bit of a stretch. If this is feeling like a really nice place for you, you could stay here and skip the next pose. Or if you prefer to end face up, you can flip over. You might again use a cushion underneath your back to provide a little bit more chest opening. And you might again support your head. And now taking 5 or 6 breaths in this shape, feeling your breath broaden through the front of your body. When that feels complete for you, you might roll to the side to come out gently. And let's conclude with one more check-in. So you could come to sitting if you like. Maybe resting your hands on the sides of your lower ribs. Just noticing how the breath feels, what kind of movement is there for you, what kind of softness. Maybe checking in the front and back. And that's it for our practice today. Thank you so much for joining me. Wishing you easeful breathing and a peaceful day.